Here is a psychological truth most men are not ready to face. The reason you feel behind in life is not because you lacked opportunity, not because you were unlucky, not because the world was unfair to you. It is because you slowly adapted to a smaller version of yourself and called it normal. And if that sentence made you uncomfortable, good. It means you felt it. It means somewhere inside you there is still a standard you have not completely buried. Before we go any deeper, I need you to make a decision. If you are tired of drifting, if you are tired of watching years pass while you stay in the same mental position, if you know you were built for more but cannot seem to access it, then subscribe right now. This channel is not here to entertain you. It is here to challenge you. It is here to sharpen you. It is here to force you to confront the patterns that are quietly stealing your future. If you are ready to step out of comfort, to leave the bubble, to swallow the red pill and take responsibility for your direction, then stay with me, because what you are about to hear may change the way you see your entire past. Nobody prepares you for how subtle decline is. You imagine failure as something dramatic, loud, obvious. You imagine collapse as a single event. But real stagnation does not explode. It erodes. It happens when you postpone hard conversations, when you delay starting that project, when you tolerate a job that drains you, when you scroll instead of building, when you choose comfort instead of growth so many times that comfort becomes your identity. Psychologists call this gradual adaptation. The human brain is designed to normalize whatever environment it repeatedly experiences. That means if you repeatedly accept less, your mind will eventually convince you that less is enough. And that pattern does not only affect your career, it affects your relationships, your confidence, your health, your standards, your entire self-image. In your 20s, you think time is infinite. You think you can experiment forever. You believe motivation will always come back. But something shifts when you approach 30. You begin to feel the weight of years. You look at people who moved decisively and you compare. You look at your unfinished goals. You look at your bank account. You look at your body. You look at your discipline. And you ask yourself a quiet question you rarely say out loud. How did I get here? The answer is rarely catastrophic decisions. It is repeated small compromises. It is the habit of saying later. It is the illusion that tomorrow is guaranteed. One of the hardest things I wish I understood before 30 is that your brain is not designed to make you successful. It is designed to keep you safe. Safety and success are not the same thing. Safety avoids risk. Success requires risk. Safety clings to familiarity. Success demands growth. Your brain loves dopamine, distraction, short-term pleasure. It loves scrolling because scrolling gives tiny rewards without effort. It loves procrastination because procrastination avoids discomfort. And every time you obey that impulse, you reinforce the identity of someone who avoids friction. Over time, that identity becomes your prison. You may think your problem is motivation. It is not. Motivation is emotional. It fluctuates. It rises and falls depending on mood, sleep, stress. Discipline is structural. Discipline is not about feeling ready. It is about acting despite resistance. Men who win do not wake up inspired every morning. They wake up committed. They move when tired. They act when uncertain. They build when no one is watching. And that consistency creates something powerful. Self-trust. Every time you do what you said you would do, you strengthen your internal credibility. Every time you break your word to yourself, you weaken it. That is why some men carry calm confidence. It is not arrogance. It is evidence. Another thing I wish I understood earlier is that most men do not collapse. They fade. They slowly lower their standards. They accept mediocrity disguised as realism. They say, "This is just how life is." But that sentence is often resignation. You become what you tolerate. If you tolerate lazy thinking, your results will be lazy. If you tolerate weak friendships, your environment will be weak. If you tolerate disrespect, you will live disrespected. Standards are not external. They are internal boundaries, and life adjusts itself around the standards you consistently enforce. But here is where it gets deeper. Many men sabotage themselves because growth isolates them. When you decide to improve, you will outgrow people, not because you hate them, because you refuse to stay small. Your ambition makes others uncomfortable. Your discipline reflects their excuses. Your focus exposes their chaos. And without realizing it, they try to pull you back. They joke about your goals. They question your direction. They encourage you to relax, to be realistic, to not take things too seriously. And if you do not understand this dynamic, you will confuse loyalty with stagnation. Sometimes growth feels lonely, but loneliness is often the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Time is brutal. It does not negotiate. It does not slow down because you are confused. It does not pause because you are afraid. Every year you delay clarity, someone else compounds discipline. Every hour you waste, someone else invests. You assume there will be another chance. And sometimes there is, but not infinite chances. The illusion of unlimited time is one of the most dangerous lies your mind tells you. Urgency is not panic. It is awareness. I also wish I understood that confidence is not built in isolation. You cannot think your way into strength. You act your way into it. Action creates evidence. Evidence builds belief. Belief strengthens identity. Identity shapes behavior. And behavior determines outcome. This loop is powerful. If you act weak, you reinforce weakness. If you act disciplined, you reinforce discipline. That is why small daily actions matter more than dramatic intentions. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. If your system is chaotic, your life will be chaotic. If your system is intentional, your life will eventually align. There is another uncomfortable truth. Blame feels good. Responsibility feels heavy. Blame gives you relief because it removes pressure. You can blame the economy, your parents, your boss, your upbringing, your past mistakes. And sometimes those factors did affect you. But blame does not give power. Responsibility does. The moment you say, "This is my life, and it is my responsibility," you regain control. That sentence is heavy, but it is liberating. Relationships matter more than you think. The wrong partner will drain your energy, destabilize your focus, and cloud your judgment. The right partner will multiply your strength. Choose carefully. Do not choose based only on attraction. Choose based on alignment. Choose based on shared values. Choose based on growth direction. Because your environment shapes your outcomes more than your intentions do. Health is not optional. Energy is leverage. If your body is weak, everything feels harder. Focus declines. Discipline weakens. Confidence drops. Taking care of your body is not vanity. It is strategy. Mental health is not weakness. Ignoring it is. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It is mismanagement. You are not lazy. You are often overwhelmed, distracted, and undisciplined. And those are problems that can be solved with structure and intention. Fear is not the enemy. Comfort is. Fear pushes you toward growth. Comfort keeps you stuck. You think you are afraid of failure. Often, you are afraid of losing your current identity, even if that identity is mediocre. Change threatens familiarity. That is why transformation feels like death, because in a sense it is. The old version of you must die. The excuses, the distractions, the passive habits, the victim mindset, all of it. You do not need more information. You need execution. You do not need perfect clarity. You need movement. Clarity comes from action, not endless thinking. Every strong man you admire once felt uncertain. The difference is that he moved anyway. Momentum creates clarity. Perfection creates paralysis. And here's the truth that many avoid. Nobody is coming to save you. No mentor will appear magically. No opportunity will knock perfectly timed. No government policy will transform your discipline. You are the rescue. Once you accept that, you stop waiting. You stop fantasizing, you start building. Slowly, quietly, relentlessly. There will be days you doubt yourself. There will be moments you question whether it is worth it. There will be nights when progress feels invisible. But consistency compounds. Small improvements stack. Identity shifts slowly, then suddenly. And one day, people will call your results luck. But you will know you paid for them. In discomfort, in discipline, in isolation, in sacrifice. If something in this narration disturbed you, that is not an accident. Discomfort signals awareness. Awareness precedes change. You cannot transform what you refuse to see. And if you made it this far, it means part of you is still fighting. Part of you still believes you can build something greater than what you have accepted. Do not close this video and return to autopilot. Do not let this just be another piece of content you consume and forget. Make a decision. Subscribe now. Commit to growth. Leave a like if this hit you, because that tells the algorithm to push this message to other men who are silently struggling. This channel is for those who refuse to waste their potential, for those who are done drifting, for those who are ready to design instead of react. If that is you, then welcome to the Prime Code. The real work starts now.